it is Sunflower of the Sunflower Network, and today I wanted to do a reading. I feel very strongly for all of us. It also, in the magic of the day, is for August 28th, is the festival of the nativity of Nephthys. And it says, Nephthys, Lady of Death, that is not eternal, and Mistress of the West, is the youngest of Egypt's sacred quadruplets. Her siblings are Isis, Osiris, and Set. A quiet, shadowy spirit in comparison to her flamboyant siblings, Nephthys is a powerful goddess with dominion over darkness, magic, sorcery, witchcraft, death, decay, and immortality. Although an Egyptian goddess, today's feast is based on the Roman calendar, following her sister's nativity by one day. Yesterday was the Isis nativity. Although the deities are quadruplets, time works differently in the sacred realms and dimensions, thus they do not share the same birth date. Nephthys is the biological mother of Anubis, who Isis is his adoptive mother, and it says that the two sisters are constant companions. Nephthys accompanies Isis on her quest to locate and resuscitate Osiris. The two are frequently depicted together in ritual art. However, Nephthys is also an independent goddess who guards the thresholds between life and death, as well as those between fertility and sterility. Nephthys may be petitioned for fertility, especially by those who have been told they will never conceive. Nephthys' colors are red and black. Her symbol is the skull and crossbones. Vultures, crows, and snakes serve as Nephthys messengers. She is among the dark moon goddesses, and if tonight coincides with the dark moon phase, any spells cast in the dark are potentially extra potent. So that's the magic of the day, and so I decided that today we're going to do from the Isis Oracle. And the cards, I was planning to do a one-card pull, but these both popped out at different parts of the deck at the same time. So I figured that meant that it was very important that we do reading for them together, plus they do go together. This first one is Soul Retrieval, Deep Soul Healing with the Goddess. And so I will read that one first. Isis, healing goddess, now offers you spiritual restoration and deep soul healing through the art of soul retrieval, reclaiming pieces of you lost through trauma, old and new. Soon you will enjoy greater wellness, energy, and power, as well as the opening of gifts and soul abilities you did not know you had. Did you know that pieces of you can be trapped in the past, in traumatic experiences, and in relationships, even those long since gone, because part of your power remains with another? This can happen because of permission subconsciously given for them to hold a piece of your spirit. Then the time comes for such permissions to be revoked and the pieces of self to be reclaimed and restored to the soul. Master, healer, and goddess of deep soul restoration, the Lady Isis now guides you to make peace with the past and reclaim the lost pieces of your own soul. The time has come for you to take yourself back entirely into your own possession, to call back your soul from trauma in this lifetime and others, to give yourself back to yourself wholly and completely. In doing so, your life will flourish, infused with greater energy into beautiful new expression. Isis calls the soul back into wholeness again. Her passion, determination, and unfailing love for her beloved Osiris restored him from a dismembered, distorted, and fractured self into a whole divine masculine being once more. The Oracle of Soul Retrieval guides you to forgive and reclaim your own power and energy in totality now, even if the trapped energy is so unconscious that you do not even know that you are missing a part of yourself. Searching for any inner places that you feel incomplete or draining is a way to commence the process of soul retrieval. Forgiveness can be a good place to begin the work more consciously. This is hard spiritual work sometimes because we can want to be right or justified in what we feel or perceive, and we don't want to be harmed again by allowing inappropriate behavior. In the action of forgiveness, you are simply reclaiming your energy from the situation, person, or experience so that it is at your disposal instead of being trapped in their energy field. What is most likely to occur is that the person, place, or situation will simply fall away from your life and be released. You will not be opening yourself up to attack. You will be wiser and stronger for your forgiveness and the ability that forgiveness gives you to reclaim your spirit. You will have more energy, and with no further effort, you will actually move on, not just in body and mind, but in spirit. This oracle also indicates that you have healing ability, that you are capable of channeling soul energy to help others forgive and reclaim their spirit too. The more you base your work in unconditional love, which is the true nature of the soul, the more powerful your work will become for yourself and for others in service. Your healing gift is quite deep, and if you are interested in working in a healing capacity with others or are wondering if this is the right calling for you, then this card serves as confirmation for you. This Oracle of Soul Retrieval also brings a special message for healers. Sometimes, in your deep work with others, your desire to be of service can drain you if you are not carefully cleansing your energy field. If you have pulled this card together with the Pyramid of Light or Pillar of Light cards, which we didn't, we did the Chamber of Healing card, then you are encouraged to do swift and thorough psychic and spiritual cleansing each evening and morning for the next several weeks until you feel more of yourself again. I do recommend that you do a psychic and spiritual cleansing each time that you enter the Chamber of Healing because of this card. You will notice the thoughts and feelings of others becoming less intrusive. This is unconditionally loving. If you're a healer, your clients will gain more strength in learning to feed their own energy field rather than feeding off yours, and you will gain more strength in this process too. It can be hard work to change patterns of professional and energetic dependency, but it is worth the effort so that you do not become drained and unable to continue your path as a healer. This guidance applies equally to those that are not formal healers, but tend to attract those seeking guidance and support informally into their lives. And there is a prayer that goes along with this that I would like to say. Isis, with love unconditional and strong, help me rise above right and wrong, to forgive, release, and make myself whole, to retrieve lost pieces of my soul. Restore the inner light grid of gold. Free me from trauma, new and old. Isis, with love unconditional and strong, help me be whole now and finally move on. So that is this card. And I think the imagery of hands holding the light inside of us is really beautiful as well. And so next, after this cleansing card about soul retrieval, bringing the pieces of yourself back to you, I have the enter the chamber of healing, healing in the divine chamber of the Lady Isis. A spiritual gift of healing is coming to you now. Be open without expectation or preconceived notions, and allow the healing from Lady Isis, Mistress of Magic, to help you find the best solution for any situation that does not appear as it should be. Take your time and create space into which her magic and energy can flow now. Expect your miracle. This oracle comes to you as a messenger. Prepare for great changes because they are on their way now. When the divine Lady Isis offers you a healing gift of magic, it is something to accept as a gift of unconditional love with open arms. It will be offered without agenda, with the only intent being for your highest good and spiritual growth. It will not necessarily look or feel like you expected, but you will realize in the unfoldment of the process or circumstance that it was a spiritual healing gift from the divine, even though you may not have immediately recognized it as such at the time. You will be able to recognize the healing by the experience of it and its effect even before the complete resolution of the issue at hand. The experience will be that the issue is somehow lifted from you, and the effect will be that the issue seems genuinely out of your control, and yet not out of control. This is the way that the gift of healing can come to you. Time in sacred space to contemplate and reflect is extremely helpful to receive divine intervention as consciously, swiftly, and fully as possible. Sacred space can be a physical place that allows you to put your day-to-day activities and thoughts to one side and instead indulge in just being as you are in that moment. It might be a place in nature or your meditation place or healing room, or a sanctuary that you have where you can be alone for a time, or a meditation group or healing circle. Sacred space allows you to simply be, to not have to think, sort things out, or analyze, but to open, rest, allow inspiration or guidance to come, and when it chooses, and to allow for the mysteries of healing to occur. It is important when entering sacred space that we do not set an agenda or have specific expectations. We do not have to think anything more than, I dedicate this space to the divine within. When not attempting to find solutions, but actually actively letting go, mentally and emotionally, and allowing ourselves to go into a peaceful state, relaxed but not numb, we can often have guidance, inspiration, clarity, and knowing drop into our awareness. We don't need to actively seek these things. They can just happen when we create open space. Healing happens most powerfully when there is space, openness, and allowing. My cat came to the camera. Healing happens most powerfully when there is space, openness, and allowing. We let go for healing to flow. Time and sacred space will help you receive the inner adjustments that you need for the healing magic of the Lady Isis to be able to reach you with full boldness and genius. And now I have a healing prayer as well for this card. But first, we're just going to enter our chamber of healing, a sacred space within ourselves, within our room, within my art. A lot of times my art is the sacred space that I'm sitting just by looking at it. So in each other, in the sunflowers, in our community that we're building, the community that whoever's watching this has built around them. It's so comfortable to be loved unconditionally. Okay. For healing now. Healing comes, healing flows, healing blossoms, and it shows. I thank Lady Isis for her love and light, her healing gift through spiritual night. Brings me now to the light of this day, and healing blossoms without delay. And healing blossoms without delay. Ah! Perfect for a sunflower. Okay, that's what I have for the reading today. I want to sum it up by first of all, I'm gonna have a drink of water. Just so today with these two, I invite you to remember yourself away from the things that have happened to you, or the people that have happened to you, the circumstances that have happened to you, your essence, your soul being. I invite you to call those back to yourself today. Whatever reasons that they may have fallen away from you, I invite you to forgive yourself and the people who perpetrated those parts of you being and feeling missing. Forgiveness is something that is hard to understand when you've been taught it as a reason for others to not face accountability rather than a healing process in yourself. But I think that truly the best way that this card is saying to heal for this purpose of soul retrieval is by remembering yourself. No matter how painful it is to remember, because there are pieces of ourselves trapped in memories that we don't want to see. And I invite you to do it in your own way to connect with yourself. Okay, that's all. Love you. Bye.